guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to be doing a tag video for you guys. I'm going to be doing the coffee book tag. This tag is pretty ironic for me since I don't drink coffee, but it sounds like a fun tag and I saw Sam do it, so I thought I would go ahead and try it out. So let's jump into the questions. Okay, the first question is Black. Name a series that's tough to get into but has hardcore fans. This question I chose the Gentleman Bastard series by Scott Lynch, featuring the lives of Locke Lamora, Red Seas Under Red Skies, and The Republic of Thieves. This series has a lot of hype surrounding it, but I find that a lot of people go into it expecting it to be something or not expecting the way that the story is written or told, and so I find that a lot of people put this series down, though if you do read it all the way to the third book, I find that there are a lot of people who love this series, and I am friends with a lot of those people, so I probably am a little bit biased when it comes to this series because everyone that I talk to has read it and loved it, but I do know that it is a tough one for people to venture into, but so worth it once you get through like the first 100 pages. The next question I have here is question number 2. Peppermint Mocha. Name a book that gets more popular during the winter or a festive time of the year. For this book, I chose The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman. Neil Gaiman is very revered in the booktube community. A lot of people love his stories, and a lot of people enjoy reading his books, but I find that this one gets read a lot more during the October months, around Halloween, so I decided to pick this one for that reason. Question number 3, Hot Chocolate. What is your favorite children's book? I totally skipped this question when I was looking for books. My favorite children's book is obviously going to be Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. I don't think I have much more to say about that. It's up there, up on top of my bookshelf, so I'm not going to get it, but Harry Potter. Question number 4, Double Shot of Espresso. Name a book that kept you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. I cheated a little bit for this one because, I don't know, maybe I didn't, but I felt like this book called for like a first book in the series, but I didn't choose that. I chose Words of Radiance by Brandon Sanderson. I read this book so fast, so quickly, every single moment. I was totally into it. I was obsessed with it. I went to work thinking about it. I came home listening to it and reading it, so I definitely was on the edge of my seat from start to finish in this bad boy. It was just amazing. So good. That's how I feel about that. I'm gonna have to put this on the bottom because it's not gonna fit on top of all those little baby books. Okay, number 5, Starbucks. Name a book that you see everywhere. I'm gonna go with The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. I don't own that book, but I see it every time I go out. It's everywhere, all over the place. Divergent is another one. I also don't own that book anymore, but those two are very, very popular right now. Number 6, That Hipster Coffee Shop. I'm gonna have one of those here. Give a book by an indie author a shout out. Give a book by an indie author a shout out. The person that I chose, or the book that I chose, is Significance by Shelley Crane. Shelley Crane is an indie author. She is amazing. Her newest book, Undeniably Chosen, just came out at the end of March, and it is a spin-off series to the Significance series. It follows the some of the characters after the story. I don't want to give anything away, but this is my indie author. Go check out my girl Shelley Crane because she is awesome. Her writing style is very interesting and it's just very endearing to I just really like it. I don't have words. Number 7, Oops, Accidentally Got Decaf. Name a book you were expecting more from. And the book that I chose for that is The Assassin's Apprentice by Robin Hobb. I liked this story, but I was expecting it to be a lot more, maybe a little bit more action-packed or something. I don't know what it was about it, but when I was going into it, I just thought something different was going to come out of my reading experience, and it didn't. So I still enjoy this book, but I was expecting a little bit more from it. And the last question is The Perfect Blend. Name a book or series that was both bitter and sweet, but ultimately satisfying. And the series I chose was the Girl, Fire, and Thorns trilogy, following The Girl, Fire, and Thorns, Crown of Embers, and Bitter Kingdom. The reason why this is bitter is because, no, I'm just kidding. The reason why I chose this to be bitter and sweet is because the last book in this series, in this trilogy, was a little bit long-winded and I didn't necessarily care for a good chunk of it. I was ready for it to be over with and I was ready for my characters to find happiness and be peaceful. So yeah, a good middle part of this was a little bit bitter. I just didn't necessarily fall in love with it, or, you know, I just wasn't a huge fan of it, but At the end of this, it was so worth it. This trilogy is amazing. It is a YA fantasy novel, and if you were looking for a good YA, like so good, like better than any other YA that I've ever read thus far, I would highly recommend this trilogy. It is just amazing. I love it. Everything about it is just fabulous, and the romance is also fabulous. So highly recommend Rae Carson. She is an amazing writer. I love and will continue to love everything that she writes. So that is all the questions for this tag video. Let me know down below some of the answers to these. Let me know down below some of your answers to these questions, like the last question and the decaf question. I would like to know what books you guys have read that haven't been up to par or wasn't as satisfying as you were hoping it to be. And yeah, if you have not done this tag, I tag you to do it because I just don't know who to tag and I'm horrible at tagging people. So if you have not done it, I tag you. You can say Books&Junk tagged you. But that's all that I have for this video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're doing great. And as Will Wheaton would say, read more books.